Gas red.
Lulu, you hear that, Lulu? That's that blue cricket, red man.
I love to smoke a lot, never see me now. Up in the sky I go, call up everyone I know. And ask them who got it, let's roll up. 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 I love to smoke a lot, never see me now. Up in the sky I go, call up everyone I know. And ask them who got it.
Greetings! Welcome to a very special edition of Smokin and Jokin. As you can see, it's me and my Blackowned CBone. I am Tatu. We checking in. We know it's not the normal day. It's not a normal situation. We have a very special edition today. And before I go any further, big shouts out to Dina, because without her, this wouldn't even be possible. Much love. We appreciate the love, Dina Marto. And with that being said, we just gonna jump right into it. This is very special for me because, you know, down south growing up, it wasn't a lot of hip hop, real hip hop being played amongst my friends and stuff like that. But I always loved lyrics and niggas that could rap and real MCing and all that. You know what I mean? I agree. What was you listening to?
I was actually listening to Tatu and Redman, EPMD. That's what we grew up on, actually. We actually didn't grow up. Like, I grew up on North and South. I was stuck between. So I listened to some Portland Clan, and I listened to some Redman.
I was with you.
Right.
I did the same thing. But
I was hip.
But listen, it was only a few people down south that was really giving us lyrics. Like when you say Poison Clan, like Debonair, like it wasn't even fair.
But see,
that thing, like, and he wasn't even.
Let me tell you something real. All that time we was growing up, it was like a hip hop era. It was like certain hip hop parties that certain people wouldn't even go to.
Right. Absolutely.
It was like, oh, this Don's favorite man. And it was divided.
Right. Absolutely.
But I was versus Tatu.
Okay.
I did.
Well, with that being said, man, without further ado, man, we have a legend in the building, because that's what we do on Smokin and Jokin, man. You know, this ain't just a normal podcast. This is not just a normal show. That's what we do. So why wouldn't we have another legend, a culture pusher, someone who pushed the culture of hip hop all the way to the limit? We want to bring to the platform the legendary Funk Dr. Spot, Redman. Yeah.
Hold tight.
Redman.
Good job, girl. What's good?
Hey, listen, man. We want to welcome you to Smokin and Jokin. I am Tatu, that's Blackowned CBone, man. It is an honor to have you here, man. I know our fans, they sitting there like, how did that happen?
Why not? Y'all got Smokin in y'all game, so why wouldn't I be on?
Why wouldn't you be it?
How? Can I,
I don't know if we can blaze in here, but we can probably take this with you. But I know you on the Backwoods just like me.
Yeah, just look at the art. Okay, how that look? Tell you how that look.
Is
that backwoodish? Is
backwoodish?
Up northish or down southish?
A little whack right there.
Okay.
No, it was on the floor.
A little whack, actually. A little whack. Right. Got to burn that. Right.
I had it next to the cup. You know how to cut.
You had it next to the cup.
So we get a B plus, B minus.
No. You get a besides that wet.
I'm good.
Hold on, you still in this big spot, right? I see it.
I'm good with the roll though. Boom, get this shit out. I'm good with the roll.
No, but it's good though.
Yeah, man.
Offering is what it's about.
Well, welcome to Smokin and Jokin, brother, and welcome to Atlanta, man. We out here, we on Redman video shoot right now. Me and CBone was just talking about how the goddamn song is going crazy. Can we just dive right into the
Amber, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Miss Amber Lachey.
Lachey.
Shout out to Amber Lachey. We listen to your shit,
She's on her way. She getting her music done right now. She's taking off. She's a star.
And you executive producing that project, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Along with Chia Rose and
shout out to Chia Rose, who just
Chia?
just bonded with Chia.
Fellowship.
That's my dog.
So, you know, we just doing it the right way, man, and preparing the artists.
So who produced that track?
My boys Futuristics out in.
I heard about them.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a lot of cats. They live out in Cali.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to say this, Redman. You know, like here at Smokin and Jokin, we are about pushing the culture forward, and you have definitely, not just in hip hop, but even the marijuana culture, you have pushed it forward. Like it's almost like it's almost like your baby. Now you watching it spawn. How does that feel like to be one of the?
Or do you
pioneers
like
of all
promote
this?
it anymore?
Well, you know what I do, and when we was promoting it, you know, even from the '90s, we never thought it would be at this level as it is.
Right,
And
right.
I'm just
Y'all
glad
buck the
that
system.
exactly.
Right.
So I'm just glad that I was one of the, you know, on the front line, one of the
Right.
frontiers of helping push it being legalized. But the what I'm really fascinated of is how it helps people, and how
It helps me every day.
exactly. How it helps people with
Nauseation.
disorders, back disorders, nausea, sleeping disorders, eating disorders, cancer. You know, is just beyond.
And it's
what I
real
know.
too.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like my daughter's mother has MS. You know what I mean, and she used to take these shots every day. You know what I mean, and I couldn't take that
The
shit.
needle
You know
is
what I'm
small.
saying, right? I couldn't take the shit. You know,
Look at me, I'm already
I can't take the shit, so I'm like, I gotta start researching something that can help her other than these fucking needles. And I found a strain, and she don't
What's
take
called
the shots
jazz?
anymore. And that's written. No. I'll tell you, the strain is purple cheese, and if you do the research
Purple
on
cheese?
if you do
Two
the
of my
research on
favorite
it, it talks
cheese.
about that. You know what I mean? It talks about MS and different. You know what I mean?
I never heard of that. Sounds fabulous. Nigga.
You want some?
Purple cheese.
I can tell you this.
Cheese is one of my favorite strands, and Granddaddy is one of my favorite strands.
You got a strand?
No, not yet.
I was gonna ask you like,
Because it's standard and shit. Like everybody got a strand, everybody got a vape pen.
Oh, okay.
You never seen Red and Meth on none of no products.
no.
Because we're saving that shit for the big picture.
Speaking
Wonderful
of
big
red
picture.
and meth, what about how to?
Being written. It's being written. Actually, it's been written. Yo, dog.
Say
It's
it,
been
yo.
written. It's been written.
Come
No,
on,
listen.
man. Come
It's
on,
been
man.
written, but we ain't like it. So we sent them back to the drawing.
you know what my favorite line in that movie was?
Let me hear it, Ted. Here you go. Here you go.
The nigga
If you want to
said,
listen, we got
Coach, why is Dick Buckets fucking riding us over here? Man, I love
Well, that line gonna be in part two,
Listen, I wanted to ask you, because we call one of our homeboys Dick Buckets sometimes. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to ask you, like, it just seemed like watching you and Meth do that movie. It seemed like acting to y'all, to you and him,
Natural.
so natural. Like, was it a full script, or did they give you guys room to just be y'all? Because it seemed like y'all was just being y'all.
It was. You know what? It wasn't hard to play us. You
Right,
know, like,
right.
You know, I think anybody can play themselves on how they live their life and shit. But what made it funny was the lines. We improvised a lot.
thought so.
Like especially when you know the get 'em and all that.
Right,
All that shit
get
was
'em.
just. All that shit was shit I do around my way. So a lot of improvisation went into the movie. What made it, you know, what it was, gave it balance from the lines and us acting. Like Meth loves to act. I don't want to act. I want to direct this shit.
Okay,
But
okay.
the playing ourselves was fun because they allowed us to just be who we are, and it ain't take away from our character. Because you know how some dudes do a movie and they can't come back to the movie.
Come back.
Yeah.
We can't come
Right.
back. So it allow us to give a balance that we can actually be, all right, wow, them niggas is the same niggas on stage, on their record, in the movie. They smoke. This look like this is what they're doing shit.
So
So
speaking of the movie, who the fuck wrote that first script y'all to it? Through the track?
Dustin Hoffman.
And so it,
Dustin wrote how high too?
No,
I'm saying, talking about the first one.
yeah,
The first
no,
time
no,
I
no,
took
no,
y'all
the
scrap.
second one.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
You know what? I forgot that name.
Everybody is calling
better
for
forget
that.
his name, goddamn.
Like the first one was just so incredible, man. Everybody
exactly.
is calling.
And
for
if
that
we can't
too,
do it funny, we ain't gonna taint the first one. We will move on to something else. If it's not gonna be funny to our standards, then we move on.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, we got to get into this music thing, man. Like we was talking about it. We was talking before you came on, like during the introduction. You know how being down south. You know, I was one of the people who loved hip hop.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Because I
Bars.
love lyrics. I love bars.
Your sister
you
just
know what
listen
I
to
mean?
bars
And we
and
was
bands.
outside talking to your sister, you know, and I was telling them, you know, if it wasn't for Redman, to me, there would be no Ludacris. There would be no. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like there was Eminem. Like all of them to me are.
They set the standard.
You set the bar.
Right.
For that shit. Like, and when you look at that, like when you sit back and you look at that, how do you feel about that? You
Good fucking question, this guy. Good question. I love this fucking channel. I'm fucking ready. Hey, listen.
Smoking a joke. It was a shot while you left.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Ludacris and Eminem, they both told me, like, you my favorite. So long as they told me directly, and even if they didn't tell me, I would definitely respect these guys because they're talented as fuck.
As fuck.
But from them telling me, especially Ludacris, when I met him, he said, "Yo,
you can tell Ludacris.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, man, if I do a record with you, I ain't got to do a record with nobody else." And Eminem, you know, he already say I'm one of his favorites. So my thing is when I see these guys off the platform that I built and take it and run and still win, because you know you got a lot of dudes out here that imitate dudes, like dudes that sound like Jay-Z, dudes that sound like this person, that person, but the dudes who follow my platform won.
Yeah.
And still winning, right? Because I'm still have longevity in the game, so they still winning.
You know why to me?
I just seen you somewhere on the Instagram. You was overseas. Where you was just at doing the show somewhere?
Oh yeah, that was
funny shit.
Absolutely. That was over there, and that was over there in Germany, and so it was just having fun.
I love
that's
that.
That life.
Passport still stamped.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, going back, you know, like I said, growing up, big hip hop fan, and for me, EPMD was like, man, Eric B. and Rakim, EPMD. That was for me.
And they you know what I mean?
And so when you came along and y'all camped, it was EPMD, K Solo, Keith Murray, Das Effect. Like the shit was just ridiculous. Like
yeah, they had a squad.
it was ridiculous. Like when I even just said it just now, I said, wow, that's why I paused. Like, how was the camaraderie? How was the competition being in a camp like that? Like, did y'all push each other? Was it jealousy? Like, how
it was all that. It was brotherhood. It was all that. Because you know what, we was one of the first that did it.
Absolutely.
We was one of the first that had a super group and went on tour and was killing shit. So we really didn't know how to balance that shit because it fell into our hands. And when it gets to a point where houses is getting shot up and kidnappings and stuff, that means our success has got out of hand.
Absolutely.
So, but as far as the competition within this group, yeah, it was fucking heavy.
Like how did the song, like when y'all come in and the beat playing, how did the song look like?
No, it was heavy because you know what? Because Das had they style. All right, they came in, they did 1 million records off the back they first album. That was unheard of. That was
right behind.
Shout out to the brothers for putting me on the Das Effect.
That was unheard of in '91.
I crazy.
They were great.
I was straight south.
And then, you know, Solo had the spelling. He still had his technique. He was still relevant. And
your mom's in my business.
Yeah, how the fuck am I coming to this motherfucker with these niggas with these? And mind you, I was there before Das Effect, and they came out before me. So
you was there before them?
I was there before them.
Who was in the camp that came like with the underdog that just exploded?
Had to be you.
Yes.
Because you was there before them. And they came out before them. Had to be you.
Yes, I was there.
You the dog.
I'm the underdog.
Right.
I'm the underdog. Das will tell you, they used to call the house like, yo, they gonna sign us, man. Yo,
they ain't no red kept it jumping like grandma's in church.
They knew because they knew. But they was calling it.
He been waiting on that one.
And it was over. It was over.
He been waiting to say that one. I still even waiting.
You gotta say that too. You gotta say that.
Say it again.
Red keep it jumping like grandma's in church. That's that line from
He been waiting to eat something. He been waiting. He been giving me bars all day.
Bars. He don't even remember. No, but like I'm gonna say this, like, watch it.
I'm OG, man. I did that shit goddamn 94, my nigga.
I know.
I still love you though. You my nigga though.
I remember it though. But watching everybody that was in the camp, like for me, you and K Solo, it was like these two guys. You know what I mean? And something happened up in there. I never really understood, but I was expecting for you and K Solo to just I know what you went and did, you know what I mean? But I was just, y'all, did y'all, like, how was that bond and what happened?
That's my brother. First of all, we're born on the same day.
Wow.
Born on the same day. And he schooled me on so much shit. Like, I mean, amazingly, he schooled me under the table while I was coming up. Like, yo, do this. Because I seen what was happening to him. See, business between him and Paris got out of hand. Because K Solo was signed to Paris. I was signed to E. Das Effects was signed to Paris.
So it was a split. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't one thing. You gotta understand. Remember, if you look at the shit, E and Paris had his own company. E, when I got down with E didn't know the business like that.
Right.
So when I got down with E, you know, Paris was kind of helping E out on how to, you know, get an artist and for the paperwork. But K Solo Das Effects was up under Paris. I was the only one up under E.
Who was Keith Murray?
He got up under E.
Okay.
So we was under E. Das Effects and K Solo was under P. So when shit got a little hasty, niggas was just like, yo, like, all right, even Das was like, we didn't know what to do. We was like, yo, y'all rolling with P. All right, we don't fuck with y'all niggas.
Right.
Rolling with E.
And Solo was just in the middle. He ain't tag on with nobody. Yeah, he was just like, you know, his business wasn't grand with P. So he went on and did his own thing. And Solo was out with Death Row. After that, he was out on this side of town, in the West Coast. Went out there to try to get him a deal. So he was actually in the mix of the Tupac, the Suge, the whole. He was in the middle.
Solo.
K Solo. A lot of people don't know that. I remember back in the day, even when he left, like in the 90s, he used to call me from out there and used to tell me, like, yo, this dude Suge be wild, and I'd be like,
Who is that?
Yeah,
who is that?
Right, yo,
some big, some blood nigga.
Yeah, right. So everybody went their own way, but Solo still to this day we still talk. I want to put him on a New Muddy Waters 2
Shout out to Solo.
album. He lives in Florida. He's still nice with his hands, so he's good.
Shout out to that New Muddy too.
Absolutely. I was just gonna say we ain't gonna let you just brush right over that New Muddy Waters too. Let's dive right into the New Muddy.
Before we get to New Muddy, I want to fast forward into the new generation. How do you feel about the new culture of hip hop in New York, the new state of mind, the Cardi B's, Because New York kind of, I mean, y'all got your gloves on, right?
Yeah, we had they had their gloves off for a little bit.
Right. Because we didn't have no gloves for a long time.
I'm from Jersey.
Brick City.
We always get caught in but we're part of the tri-state. So New York, Jersey, Connecticut, all of us up there, we as one. Yeah, you're right, the boxing gloves was off for a while.
Right.
And to me, it's still off a little bit because as far as Cardi B and everybody knew, Cardi B is wonderful.
I get that.
She has her own attitude and her own style, and it's about trending.
Just an up-top way. I'm just an up-top way.
She's very trendy. So shouts to Cardi B. I knew she was going to do what she was going to do because her attitude. Yes, because her attitude precedes her. Her attitude. See, you need character and attitude for this game.
I didn't see
it. Ain't about bars no more. It's about characters.
Right, I know.
It's more about character than bars now.
I just didn't see it at first.
That's what I mean by fast forward.
When I first seen Cardi B, I was like, either she's gonna get a nice hit or she's gonna be good in movies and stuff because she's got that character.
So away from women artists, like what male hip hop artist is Redman listening to nowadays?
Okay.
Who you fucking with?
All right. To tie into your question as well, as far as the East Coast. They had the boxing gloves up, but it's on. Like we still got dudes.
I'm listening, my dog. Let's go.
In there like us,
Let's get a one in, right?
Jada
Oh, y'all stop. No. I ain't talking about y'all stepped out.
And as far as the new generation, I fuck with the I think
the Rockies.
I think they're doing a great job of holding it down, and they pay homage heavy.
Right. That's what it was about.
There's so many motherfuckers up there. I forgot because I smoke this shit.
The ASAP, who else? The third.
What you think about Kendrick? I know he's not from up there.
Well, we didn't even get about that. The whole TDE from my phone.
Right.
The whole TDE.
Okay. Shout out to Top
because they don't use auto-tune. Fucking J. Cole don't use fucking auto-tune.
I love J. Cole.
Alright. Don't use auto-tune. and you see how they stand out. Joey Badass, don't use.
Oh yeah, shout out to Joey just about his mom that let me brains.
Gunplay from MMG.
Okay.
Don't use auto-tune.
I fuck with him. Yeah, I fuck.
So where's this going, Red, man?
You know, Redman don't fuck with auto-tune,
Now don't get me wrong, there's some songs I fuck with that's on auto-tune. Like I fuck with Give Me a Home, baby. I fuck with them. I fuck with it. Don't get me wrong, I fuck with it. But I'm a hip hop dude, so majority of the shit is just bars like, you know, TDE and Schoolboy Q and everybody.
They go for the gut.
So they go for the gut.
Yeah.
They go for the gut. So that's what I fuck with. Action Broshan be spitting.
Like Action.
Yeah.
What about Killer Mike?
Killer Mike? Fuck with Killer Mike.
You gotta
I fuck with Run the Jewels.
Shout out to Killer.
Run the Jewels, baby. What's up, LP?
Run the Jewels out. But yeah.
So I gotta ask you this.
You know, wait, but I just worked this. Don't mean to cut you off. I just worked this.
Oh, that's my favorite line.
Worked this.
That's his shit. That's his shit. Don't mean to cut you off. Every show.
Even though that's to cut you off. Two. All right. So I was working a festival this weekend, which had Jay-Z and.
Oh, you just left.
Yeah. I was working that festival. I was in the back driving the car for people just to get out. I like doing shit like that.
For real?
I like doing that. So
it was on camera or something? You just doing it like
yeah.
No, fuck that. You was doing it.
I was doing it.
Some kind of
extracurricular activity. This is like my third festival. My next festival I'm gonna work is the Bonnaroo.
I bet you be having a ball.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Are you filming it? Are you filming it?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. They gotta be
What? I
doing
be putting
crazy.
Jay-Z in the moment car.
Because we just did a cart. We took the cart over.
Exactly.
One music fest, we did a cart drive. Right.
So I was clowning, brother. So bottom line, getting back to the new generation, I had Jay-Z that night, and I knew Migos was loud, but them motherfuckers are loud.
As in loud as
They loud. I mean, they loud with their shit right now.
Oh,
They
just
bump,
right,
like
absolutely.
They coach it. They got their circle going on. And I really checked. Like I checked that other dude from Chicago, it's 21 Savage too.
He from Atlanta.
He's from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
21. Yeah, 20. Yes, he was rocking. He was rocking up on that bitch. So I got a chance to see how they rock. That goddamn Migos though.
They had 21 on that festival?
Yeah, they had 21 Migos with them hits back to back like they got. I'm like,
And you know what? It's crazy because like
I told you that.
Like
So they're gonna keep going. Then I tell you no.
like when y'all first started and down south rap, when we first started making our wave, we used to come up top. It used to be a problem sometimes. The love didn't like to hear you say the Amigos and 21 Savage get love the way they do. What changed that you think?
you know what? Because
They having us to play.
y'all started, first of all,
I'm gonna say that.
I know hip hop. Atlanta is hip hop.
Okay.
Because you
Right.
hip hop.
Right.
Atlanta is hip hop because Eve was down here with the rap shop. And
Absolutely.
all these
You come
dudes
down
like
here
Bone Crusher. Yes, I was down here. Bone Crusher. All these dudes used to roll through at a young age. So they
We rolled through that. We were so happy y'all was here. That was your dome.
Exactly, but it was still. But they used to have the conferences down here.
Right.
All the Jack
Jack
Rap.
Rap.
Yeah,
Jack
so
Rap.
y'all was hip hop.
Yeah, absolutely. I
So
used to
when
be at it.
yeah, exactly. So how it moved and shifted and changed, where till it had to be respected of y'all sound. Y'all sound was bumping so much, y'all shit had to be respected, my nigga. So now that it's up on the East Coast and it's a trend to have like a trap kind of sound, of course,
You know, I
they
look
can
at-
come up there and do their thing.
I look at like the NFL, like Cowboys had their 3 years, San Francisco had their years, everybody had their year in hip hop, but a lot of cities and states haven't had their years, but like New York, LA, Atlanta. Y'all was LA and New York and New Jersey. I'm gonna add you in, I'm sorry.
Tri-state.
Right, tri-state. Y'all had y'all run. Atlanta really didn't have no run at first. We got a run now. But now, ain't nobody else having no run. Like, there's no other, you can't name nobody. It's three of us.
Y'all had an in and out.
We got the ball right, man. We got the ball now.
I got the ball now. Yeah.
Right.
But you saying y'all ain't have no run before. Y'all had a when Bone Crusher and everybody was coming out.
Bone Crusher wasn't, I mean, like Outkast started.
Jeezy and all of them was coming out. Yeah, exactly.
Never stopped though.
Exactly.
But I wanted to say this though, like,
Why you said stop on Jeezy?
I said it never
Oh,
stopped.
okay.
I said
We
we
still
never
got the
stopped.
ball,
We
right.
still got the ball.
Right.
But I wanted to say this, like, I know for people down south, once artists from up north start rapping over down south beats, like let's take Jadakiss for instance. When Jadakiss started getting on all those remixes that he was getting on, the Lil Jon remix, those type of remixes, it made niggas from down here start to be able to understand what was really going on. That was always our thing growing up, or I know the South thing growing up. We couldn't take the tracks.
Right.
So once up north started getting on them down south tracks, it was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like, because I know at some point when that started changing, I started hearing resistance from certain up north rappers, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that it's just the evolution of hip hop, or do you just feel like
it is an evolution of it, bro? I think so. Yeah, you know, it's a difference between just having straight out trap joint and having a joint that sounds modern.
Absolutely.
And I don't think Jadakiss has took it to a level of just straight trap. I think it's just real modern. Sometimes joints he have a little fast hi-hat in it.
No. I was saying like he was jumping on, like it was a span of like 3 years where Jadakiss jumped on every hot song that was hot
just
in
the
the South.
remix.
He jumped on the remix.
It was the BMF era.
He was the BMF era. Him and Fabulous was going back and forth between every hot down south record jump, and they was going crazy. And niggas from down south was like, what the fuck? You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like Jadakiss, like he's one of them, like just like y'all.
Yeah,
like, he,
exactly.
Like that nigga, he
You going up top?
just like, no, dog, but I love lyrics. Like it's just like you can put red on any track, he gonna go crazy. You know what I mean?
He said he got a birth certificate before you go goddamn.
I just appreciate
And he wanted me to go get the red.
But that's interesting to hear, bro, that you said that when they started spitting on a more South feeling track, they heard it more.
It opened the
We
ear.
understood it more than what you're saying,
now
right?
that makes sense.
It made sense. Like, and that's what made, like, if you look at
I know what
the
song you're
fan
talking
base
about.
in Atlanta, like these motherfuckers down here love Fabulous and Jadakiss, and that's what I'm saying. It's because they was jumping on every remix. You know what I mean? Like, I always felt like the music that Method Man and Redman made, and Redman made, and y'all music, like, y'all didn't just, how can I say this? Y'all music was more universal and modern even in those times. You know what I mean? It was universal for down south. It wasn't those typical up north tracks that I'm talking about there. So y'all kind of had an in already. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like y'all tracks was for the West Coast, for down south.
Right.
Sure, it was just shit y'all loved, but it was universal. And that's what hooked me. You know what I mean? To hear y'all rapping over these kind of tracks and going,
Had to do it.
where's Muddy Waters going? Like, what type of direction is Muddy Waters 2 going in? Because Muddy Waters was like, where's Muddy Waters 2 going?
We'll put it this way.
And we need to get
Samples. That's what original beat samples. That's what I'm going after. I'm giving y'all that 90s sound. For example, one of my songs costs $9 grand for one sample. $9 grand for one song.
Where that come from? Where that come from?
And that came from James Brown.
Okay.
That's respect.
That's much respect.
Thank you,
Do I want to pay $9 grand for a song? But I'm doing it for fucking hip hop.
Right.
Hip hop. That's hip
So
hop.
I'm gonna pay that $9 grand for hip hop.
Yeah. And it's James Brown.
That's where I'm going with it,
Right.
yo. And I got Meth on it. I got the
Respect,
crew
bro.
on it. I got Royce on it. I got some little something going on it.
I gotta ask you, since we talking about, like, we gonna get back into the Muddy Waters, but you just brought Meth. And like Meth was rocking with Wu-Tang, respecting his whole movement. And first I want to ask you, how did y'all come together the way y'all did? And then the second part of that question is, was that a problem for other people that might have been rolling with you and other people that was rolling? We know he was in Wu-Tang.
Right.
And you had
No,
your
you know what?
situation.
No, it was it was accepted. He was, lyrical out his crew. I was lyrical out my crew, and Def Jam put it together. The Month of the Man, one of the biggest promotional tours that went out. And we went out there and we got together. We built a little brand. We noticed that we had a bigger brand together and still had our solo careers. So our peers around us, our crew around us, had to respect that shit. And what we did, it just, it was undoubt that we was winning. So our crew respected, no one had a problem. It was a little static, a little bit like, you know, like, it wasn't
But that's gonna happen. If you was in the hood, it's gonna be the same.
Exactly. But it was
Whatever
the
you doing.
typical standard
Right.
kind of,
Right.
But when you show dudes like, yo, this is what's going down, it's not affecting this, we can still do this.
We gonna eat.
Yeah, we're gonna eat.
Let me tell you, not to cut you off. You a C-bone. I got you. You a C-bone. I got you. You a C-bone. Not to cut y'all line. But I gotta ask you this. I came to the motherfucking House of Blues, man, and I saw fucking you and Method Man flying from me. It was the first time I had ever seen that shit. House of Blues.
Jay-Z and them was there?
Jay-Z and them was there.
Okay, it had to be bigger than that. Then. It had to be like the.
Maybe the House of Blues was after party.
Yeah.
What I'm saying,
I performed in the House
it
of
was
Blues.
during one of these award weekends,
Right.
and you and Meth, it was y'all first project. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
House of Blues. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
But you said the flying thing, we was on the Jay-Z tour and we flew on the.
The marinas big dog.
That was the same time period.
Okay, yeah,
But the
absolutely.
marinas.
Okay, my bad. But anyway,
That's all
I was just going to say, y'all was the first motherfuckers I saw flying around and shit, and it blew my fucking mind. And after that, we started seeing everybody doing that shit. Where did that come from? Where did that? Of course I did.
Because you know what, we on a tour with DMX, Jay-Z,
gotta
and they
step
had
up.
antics, and they was coming out with booms and blahs and baps, and our shit. Sometimes when we come out on stage, it was still motherfuckers fixing the chairs.
Right.
Yo, I'm serious, no bullshit,
wish,
yo.
we know about
came like, yeah, they were still mopping and sweeping a little bit.
Y'all was
because-
8:30. Y'all was
Still coming in the building. So we was like, all right, we knew each night about like maybe 3-4 songs out before we get off stage that the building would be kind of packed. So we was like, we need to make an impact on our shit. So at the last song on How High, we gonna fly, nigga. We gonna fucking fly. We gonna beat.
But y'all got more time, man.
Yeah, we got these beat, and we did it, and that was one of the most talked about things on the tour. Absolutely.
Yes. So, like I said, man, Method Man, Redman, I'm sorry, I've been mine a little gone. Phone just rang, sorry about that. But Redman in the motherfucking building on Smokin and Jokin. He is here in Atlanta. He blessed us with this interview, last minute special edition type shit. He is here. He has a new artist. He is executive producing. Her name is Amber Lachey. Can we bring Amber up?
Red,
y'all,
Red, before you bring up, we need a Redman, Smokin and Jokin, Amber Lachey drop and bring on.
Okay. So this is Redman in the building. This is Smokin and Jokin.
Yeah.
And, we smoking
And Jokin! Appreciate it, bro.
Welcome back, Jack. We got motherfuckers Hey, listen, man, we still kicking that shit with Redman on Smokin. Hey, Red is shooting a video. He got to get out of here real quick, but before he gets out of here, we just told y'all he is executive.
Oh, we gotta get this beautiful thing, man.
We gonna let you go ahead and introduce.
We're gonna bring the beautiful Miss Amber Lachey up here to do her.
Liche or
We got the
Liche?
new single coming out, Fetish. That's on I forgot what it's on, but it's on Gilla House right now. And
That's the
you
video
see
shooting right now?
That's the video we shooting right
Amber
now.
Lachey.
So let's make some noise for Amber.
Thanks, Red.
Hello.
Hi, hello.
Red, stay
Oh
down.
my goodness.
We
You
want-
guys are so
The energy is wonderful, right?
Listen, we want to welcome the beautiful Amber Lachey to Smokin and Jokin. Welcome. Like we sitting here listening to what you cooking up, you and Red.
You working. That's what we call Atlanta. You working. Where you from? How long you been here?
I've been here for about 8 years now,
So you almost an
She
18.
almost a peach a little bit.
yeah.
Nah, she a peach.
A nectarine.
I'm talking about the ATL. Now she a peach already. I'm talking about the ATL.
Okay, I got you.
I've been here long enough.
So you being here for so long, how did you and the Redman connection?
Yeah, I've been under her management agency, Rose Talent.
What's the name of it?
Agency Rose Talent.
Agency Rose Talent. That's my dog.
Shout out to Chi.
Agency Rose Talent now.
But I've been with her for 4 years now. she called Red, like Red, and she doesn't do that.
That's a fact, right? Got it. OG call. That's the OG call.
Said, Red, I need you to come meet this girl. I need you to hear her. Red came down like that next night. We were on her deck outside. We pulled up.
Oh, deck. Okay, my bad.
Right there.
Right there. And from there.
No. I
already know what
you've been in the South too long. You said this shit kind of slow. Like I might say it.
How does that feel to be working with such a hip hop icon?
I mean, for me, it's everything. I mean, it's so many people that they only hope for the opportunity to be surrounded by a legend, and that's just to be in the presence of a legend. Let alone, let alone like on a regular, you know, like on a daily, and you know, I can pick up the phone and I call Red or I text Red.
Oh, he's real.
Yeah, you know, so it's just like, for me, it's kind of, you know, I'm still kind of in shock, like, you know, because it's just surreal.
I got a quick question for you. Since you're down here in Atlanta and it's like so saturated with artists and stuff, what are you gonna do to set yourself apart from everybody else that's coming out right now? That's a good question, Mo.
That's a very good question.
Didn't mean to cut you off, baby.
No,
that's my favorite line because I will say it.
I'm glad you asked that question because I have been doing this for a while. Professionally, I would say past 5 years, but I've just come into the answer. So I've just gotten to where I can sit in someone's face and authentically give them an answer, and that's the experience. That's what makes me difference is the experience that you give me.
The struggles and the trials and tribulations makes you who you are, right?
Yeah, from our simple communication to when I'm on stage, sold out. It's gonna always be the experience. It's gonna be
1 on 1,000. You can perform the same
right.
Same way. Take me back a little bit, Amber. Like, how did you get into singing? Like,
well, I grew up singing. I was always in chorus in school. I was always chosen to sing the national anthem. I was a part of the North Carolina chorus. So I've just always been involved in music. My father was a DJ.
Give your father a shout out. Respect the DJ, man. What's your dad's name?
DJ Mike.
DJ Mike. What up, DJ Mike?
Respect the DJ.
Yes, Greenville, North Carolina.
With that being said, when did you know though, like, I want to do this? I'm going to do this.
I knew when I graduated. I got my degree in political science at Appalachian State University, Mountaineers.
App State.
Yeah. And when I did that, I came here. Leap of faith. I didn't know anyone.
Move to Atlanta,
I didn't have a job, but I just knew something was telling me that's where you need to be. And so I got down here and I kind of just, you know, I got into my little jobs, my 9 to 5, but that never really felt right for me. Like, I know, like, it's hard, you know, when you know you have a bigger purpose. Like, you can't just sit at the 9 to 5 and work for somebody else.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
I know we all work for somebody, but I want to work for the biggest somebody. So,
But it's going to end up being yourself.
Right.
Because you're going to set yourself up to work for yourself at the end. That's the goal. The ultimate goal.
So yeah, that's when I knew I really wanted to do this because I got out here and I didn't really have anything, so it was kind of like, all right, well, we got to do this.
I'm gonna tell you something now. Liche was back, you know, in the back, letting us listen to a couple, giving us a couple sneak previews. I'm gonna tell you, we rock. Yeah, Liche, yeah.
Man, how y'all gonna get popular?
It's. I gotta ask, where does the music come from? Are those real life experiences, or is it maybe one of your homegirls went through some of the things you talk? Like, where does the music come from?
I've found that the funnest part of my journey, whether I'm writing my own music or I'm working with a phenomenal songwriter, the music that you heard was done by Ursula. Her artist name, or her writer name, First.
Shout out to First.
Three-time Ursula.
I know her.
Three-time Grammy nominated. She's super dope. She writes for J-Lo, Rihanna, all kind of people. But the funnest part of my journey is I find that regardless if the music directly comes from my soul or if it comes from an extension, it still directly tells my story. So
it's something. You can take it from there, here, but it still relates to you. Right.
Everything you hear, what you hear is what I'm saying.
It's real story.
It's real. Then we can hear some of those trials and tribulations in the 2 or 3 songs that she played for us. We can hear it and feel it, as a matter of fact. So, what's your favorite part of the artistry? Is it the video, the performing, the recording? Like, what's your favorite part of the artistry?
For me, it's kind of just
Checks in the mail.
no, because I haven't
Ask
even
that
had
to be
any.
in
I
mind.
haven't even had any. So I
Not
can't-
yet.
Not yet.
You gonna get
We talking about the artistry.
This track right here,
The artist
track we just heard
track
right
going
crazy. You'll get something in the mail. You'll get some mail about that.
Oh,
So you need
but
somebody to help you
it's
do that
really,
track.
I would have to
Smokin'
say,
Jokin.
I would have to say,
You want somebody all in the video, get your shit all
on stage.
Come to Smokin' and Jokin, baby. Radio.
okay.
And shout
No, but I would have to say, for me, the best part and the part that I'm most attached to is constantly transforming and growing into who I am. Every day I'm leveling up in my own. The person sitting here with you, the artist sitting here with you right now was not the artist
5 years ago.
when I met Red. So, you know, even just watching my own transition, that's the dopest part. I'm always gonna kill it on stage. I'm always gonna kill it when I'm in front
Maturity.
of the camera. Right, but
The business.
just really, yeah.
Understanding
just really
what you
coming
really
into the
getting it,
whole
right.
thing. It's just like, that's my favorite part.
So let me ask you this, Amber. Is it just music? I mean, do you have aspirations to be an actress? Like what else is, you know, what else?
Well, for me, that's the funnest thing about music too. Like when you're an artist, naturally you're an actress. Naturally you're an
That's when you hit
entertainer because
on the
when
showtime,
you're on stage,
right.
I mean, even for me walking into a room, like, you know, me walking in as Amber Lachey is completely different than me walking in as Amber Clark. You know, because
Hi, Miss Clark.
you know, I'm coming in as Amber Liche for that moment or that event or, you know, that video shoot. So I naturally would love to be able to branch off and do movies or commercials and get behind the real big camera one day.
Is it hard to turn it on and off? Amber Lachey versus Amber C? Like
It's not because I'm very in tune.
Wait, man, look at this shit.
I have a lot of personalities. There's
character.
a lot of me.
That's what
There's a
sales
lot
is,
of me,
actually.
and
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't know how to kind of get a grip of all of their hats. But like, I've been fortunate enough to where I know my hats, so I'm able to.
Well, I want to say this. Well,
Before we go.
no. I was just gonna let her know.
What?
You know,
She
we
done laugh.
welcome you. You already a peach.
I already told
We
Chad.
welcome you to
Right.
Smokin' and Jokin' into Atlanta
You gotta consider
all
the real
the way.
guy.
Yeah.
And any new projects you have, anything, you have a platform here at Smokin' and Jokin'. We've been listening. Not only is this video you and Redman shooting going crazy, but the sneak peek that Liche gave us. Shout out to Liche. You know what I mean?
I think after this drop, she need to come on Smokin' and Jokin', the real show.
And that's what I was gonna say. We want to invite you to the studio, like where you can sit down. Like this was more impromptu and a special thing, but we want to invite you to Smokin' and Jokin'. This video was killer.